I honestly don't think I'll ever use Ashley in combat.
Commander?
Do you have a
I'm
few
off
minutes?
duty until tomorrow. I was gonna have a small drink.
Oh.
Bit of a celebration. If you're interested.
I'm on duty. Have anything without alcohol?
You're always on duty, Shepard. It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it.
Interesting.
Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Flattered.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In
Shepard's
our
29.
family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war.
Shanxi.
The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. Takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
Grandfather.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of them.
As I
Yeah.
recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
He refused to sacrifice his men just to save face for humanity. You planning to throw yourself on a sword to save face for him?
Would it make a difference? He's gone now. Dad's gone too. And who would it impress? I'll never be good enough for the Alliance.
Hey,
So now you know. Gonna kick me off the ship, Skipper?
come on.
You're a valuable part of my crew, Williams. If I want an opinion from the head, I go to Alenko. When I want one from the heart, I go to you.
I also play a mean game of pool. But anyway, I've got things to do before we...
Do you have a few minutes?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've... Given the option, sir.
Yeah, she still talks about Pharaohs, even though we did a mission for a DLC.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you've...
You bet, Commander.
So I'm gonna sell everything but that warlord. And this logic arrest, because that's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. Oh shit. There's also mods. I'll keep the mods. Ooh. Warlord just got demoted. Don't need this. Gonna have to look through these when I'm actually modding armor and shit. Might find some useful gear. Cool. That's actually pretty sweet. Alright. Guess we'll do some side quests for the main characters. Yeah, where? Argus Row. Where's this one? Kepler Verge. I wonder if Tally mentions anything about, like, hey.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Yep.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
What if we save the galaxy?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile.
Well, robots, they
They've continued to
continuously
evolve.
change their
We've done our
code
best to study them,
to
but
be
it's
better
not
and better
easy.
and better until
They're
they're
very
near
reclusive.
perfect.
Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure.
Nice.
People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
What about
Where
your
was
mother?
your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago.
Oh, that's a
Some
shame.
airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Way closer
Sounds
to
like
dad.
a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him. Like what? See you later.
Sometimes I forget that when they're on the migrant fleet, they don't wear their suits. Because every time you encounter them, they're always wearing their suits, which makes sense because you don't wear a suit whenever you meet them. So they would have to wear a suit so they won't get infected by, like, whatever airborne disease or sickness you have. So, like, whenever they talk about, like, smiling or they got killed by an airborne virus, I'm like, what? But then, like, when you think about it, it actually makes a bit more sense. Gated. Loading.
Anything you need, Commander?
Personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of
I
where
didn't figure you'd have time to talk. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the thorium.
the paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
I'd think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard.
So far. Damn.
Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Tyrion. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Yeah, something in when I do conversation, like whenever I'm talking to somebody, I always expect that like present, like what he said, present company accepted, or you know, I wasn't paying attention to what he said, but like whenever I talk to somebody, I always expect they know that I mean not us. Like we're talking, so everything around us is what we're talking about, not each other. So I'll say something like, people are idiots. And then my friend will be like, well, I'm not an idiot. It's like, well, I don't mean you, obviously, because I'm telling you that people are idiots. That excludes you from that statement. I don't know, it's just usually the way I talk. Like, I always be like, yay, you know, everybody's doing ridiculous things.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Let's talk.
I like talking with you, Liara.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
Yeah, this is the first time
I'm
somebody's
not
cared.
sleeping well. The visions keep me up at night.
I wish there was something I could do to help you. You need to be at your best, Commander. The crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
Is the head that wears the crown.
I've got broad shoulders.
I have no doubt about that. But can they carry the weight of an entire galaxy? If we don't stop Saren... No, never mind. I'm sorry, Commander. The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how grim things are. Is there anything else you would rather talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. Good talk. Now, I guess I'll check in on these quests. Check them out, see what's good. And then I'll probably end the episode after I do those two quests. Maybe just one, depends. I'm getting a bit tired. I usually record these late at night because most people are either asleep and won't bother me, and there won't be any weird background noises or somebody like calling me or coming in the chat or something. That's more easier. I don't know, I just prefer it. Pretty sure one of the quests was in Argus Row. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure one. Maybe. It actually might be over here in Phoenix. I might be completely wrong. Oh. There was a survey. Give me that credits. Here it is. Oh, here's another thing. I think that's at the end of Pinnacle Station. There, you unlock a house. Nothing fancy. You just could order like end game gear there if you have the right amount of money. It's like really expensive, and you can refill your stuff there. Your what are they called? Your grenades and your metagel. Is Pinnacle Station the only thing in this asteroid belt? Probably. To tune SR1. Actually, sorry, Garrus, I have to bring Caden because he has the better encryption. Anomaly. Yeah, okay. I'm in the right place. What, really? There's nothing up here? This is like a Prothean ruin. Actually, just gonna return and then jump back in. It's probably gonna take more time to fly back, drive over a mountain and then back down and then back over a mountain than to just zoom back in and out. Like as if there was nothing even wrong. Pretty sure I got the assault rifle achievement sometime during the that Batarian mission. It was either that or some other kind of thing.
My armor's here somewhere.
Somewhere.
I smell trouble. Enemies everywhere.
Oh shit.
Go, go!
being so dumb. Okay, which one of you's killed them before I could? Jerks. Guess I'll try to get shotgun experience. Damn it. Oh shit! Whew! That was close. Actually, let me check something real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably end it after this episode. Yeah, after this mission. Been going for about an hour.
This is it.
Yay!
I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
Great.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Shepard. Wrex touches his grandfather's armor. His expression, thoughtful perhaps? Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes his bemusement and grips his gun with a renewed purpose. Time to move on. Did we actually get the armor, or? Guess not. I guess this is a metaphorical he has the armor kind of thing. Not actual gear for the game. It'd be cool if it was actually gear for the game as like super agent, like Krogan armor. And gives him special bonuses because he's a Krogan. But that's too advanced for the likes of this game. Back to the Normandy. Alright, like I said just a couple seconds ago, I'm gonna end it here. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you stick around for the next one, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye!